Hello everybody, this is Goofs and Fox coming at you with a new testing video here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Anavel Gato's Dom, which is currently part of a guaranteed boosted supply drop as part of the Autumn Festival, and yeah, I'm very excited to see that we finally have a Dom variant that is capable of using the Beam Bazooka. That is something I've really wanted ever since we had that UC Engage collaborative situation battle, so even though it took us getting an entirely new suit to finally get here, it's still a really neat thing to see. So yeah, that's what we're going to be taking a look at here today, and we'll start off with the basic stats. And the Dom AG is a 350 cost general. It does go all the way up to level 4, and it is ground and space compatible. So despite being a Dom, you are not limited to using this suit in space, which is a really nice touch. For your stats here, you have a mobile suit HP of 16,000, you have 10 ballistic, 19 beam, and 15 melee resistance. You have 15 range strength and 20 melee strength. You have 140 movement speed, 195 top speed, 60 thruster gauge, and 63 turning speed. And for your part slots, you have 11 close, 7 mid, and 6 long range slots. And for other stats here, you do have a melee priority of 2, pretty standard for most generals. You do have space compatibility, so you will get boosted stats when you do use this suit in space, and it is considered a 3-star. Moving on to the weapons then, you do get your own version of the Beam Bazooka, that being the Dom AG B Bazooka. This is 1,800 power with a 90% heat rate and 300 range, and this is able to focus to get a heavy stagger. So normal firing will be a typical instant stun, and the charge will be a heavy stagger, and this is the only weapon you can equip on this version of the Dom. Again, really this right here is the main reason I was excited to see this suit. But yeah, you also have the Dom AG Heat Saber with 2,000 power. This one actually uses the blue blade instead of the typical orange blade, so really like that too. I never understood the blue blade completely, but again, still really cool to see on one version of the Dom here. You do have the spread beam that is 0 power with a 100% heat rate. This is the pretty standard spread beam that comes on a lot of Dom variants. It is capable of jamming a target's cameras and sensors, and also get a instant stun as well. Kind of inconsistent with that, but still, it is able to do it. Next, we have the Dom AG Beam Bazooka Rapid, that is 700 power with a 30% heat rate and 300 range. And then we have the Dom AG Hand Grenade, which is 1,600 power with 2 ammo and 300 range. And these actually operate like the grenades found on the Dwadge and the Desert Zaku, so I believe this makes this the first suit that is able to use this type of grenade in space, so really cool to see that. And finally, looking at the skills here, we have Leg Shock Absorber, Emergency Evasion System, so you do get a dodge roll, Anti-Blast Stabilizer, High Performance Balancer, High Spec Ambac Level 2, Force Injector, Melee Combo Controller, so you get 2 melee swings with the Heat Saber, Offense System, Special Leg Buffer, Thrust-Based Fire Cooling System. Whenever you are using a ballistic weapon during high-speed movement, your unit recovers from both heat buildup and overheating faster. And then you have Counter Boost, where your mobile suit's attack, defense, and mobility will increase temporarily after doing a counter. This also means that you have less time needed for ranged weapons to focus and melee weapons to charge. Melee weapons to charge doesn't really apply to the Gato's Dom because you don't have a heavy attack, but that will be really good for the Beam Bazooka here. And the last thing to show here is going to be the unit description for the Dom here, so if you want to pause and read through that. Yeah, that's just about everything we need to know here, lore-wise, and yeah, without further ado, let's take this suit to port base and kind of see what it can do. Again, really interesting to have a Dom that is ground compatible, but kind of given how GBO2 kind of is now with making newer suits, we really don't get anything limited to just space anymore, so if anything, it will just make it easier to use the suit more in the future, so really nice touch there. And again, you do get the boosted space stats, so they kind of still encourage it to be used as a spacesuit, but yeah, here it is, the Gato's Rikdom. We're going to start off with the beam bazooka here, just kind of doing the standard fire, and yeah, that does get you a pretty standard instant stun. You can charge it, again, to get the heavy stagger, and the other thing that makes this really good is that you get a really nice blast radius with the charge as well. So in that instance there, I was able to catch both of the enemy mobile suits in the stagger there, so a really nice aspect there. Moving on to the melee, you do get the standard Dom melee pattern. There's really nothing unique about the melee here. It's kind of the same thing that most Doms get. There's downswing, and do a follow-up on the gym. Yeah, almost 3,000 with a downswing, and we'll do the same to the gun cannon here. Over 2,600, so really nice melee damage for the Rikdom. Next we have our flash bomb. Again, 0 damage, but it will get a stun. It also messes with sensors as well. We do have the beam bazooka rapid. I'm going to use this on the gun cannon first, and you can fire this, and you are able to get an accumulation stagger with 3 shots. So yeah, really good weapons here. You can use this kind of in between your other weapons, and also use it if you need to get an accumulation. So I really do like the way this operates. Only thing about it is that you just got to make sure to watch it so you don't overheat, but again, you can get some pretty good damage in between with that. And then final weapon we have is the hand grenade. We are going to chuck this in the air, aim it, and yeah, you can throw that and kind of get your melee ready, get the stun, go for a melee, do a simple combo like that. But yeah, it's those tracking grenades like the Dwadge and the Desert Zaku have. So really going to be interested in how they operate in space. Probably would be better than most standard grenades though, because one of the things I don't like about space is like using suits with grenades. It's always very hard to land them. So having this as the alternative is definitely really nice. We'll do some quick damage numbers on the Zagak here. And yeah, over 2,000 with a standard shot from the beam bazooka. We'll do a charge shot, and see what we get with that. Over 3,000. We'll do a neutral. Let's see, over 2,000 with that. Downswing. We'll do the rapid. Almost 1,000 with the rapid on a raid, and hitting 910 with that. So really nice. And then we'll do the grenade. And yeah, over 2,000 with the grenade. So really good damage numbers against a raid. Definitely making use of the type advantage there. And I do want to show off, before I do the counter skill, I do want to show off at least the cooldown skill when you are boosting. So we'll just fire this into the air. As you can see, pretty slow overheat there, but when you are boosting, it does end up going faster. So yeah, definitely good if you need it to, if you use your other weapons on top of that, you can get those back quicker, which is, again, really nice because the Gato's Rikdom just really has a pretty decent kit overall, at least trying it out in free practice. And the last thing I want to show here is the counter. So when you do a counter, you will get boosts to all of your stats. So, yep, boosted attack, defense, and speed. And as you can see, yeah, over 3,000 against gun cannon, and over 3,500 to the gym command. So, definitely a noticeable increase in the damage. As you can see, the beam bazooka takes much shorter to ready up. So, yeah, again, boosted damage. Let's see, we'll try to get the grenade off before this wears out. Let's see, we'll try that again to see if we can get it. I don't know if my gauge went down. We might not get the damage number, but we'll try it. Yeah, so go ahead and get on the gym before it exploded, but Yeah, really nifty skill there with the counter. Definitely boosts the Gato's Victom weapons by quite a bit, actually. It seems, again, like, in the context of free practice, it's a lot more noticeable. Taking into actual matches where you have to deal with, like, people who have, like, custom parts, it might be a bit different, but at least, again, in the context of free practice, it is definitely noticeable the damage increase and everything you get with this suit, so definitely really, really nice. Really enjoying this so far. We'll do the counter one more time. And yeah, try to get the damage with the bazooka. So yeah, that's really everything I have to show here with Gato's Victom. Really seems like a promising suit for what it has to offer. I'll try to do the grenade now, and then see if the damage is any different, if I don't hit the shield. So yeah, 1,000, almost 2,000 against the gym, so yeah. That's really everything I have here for the Gato's Victom. Does seem like a promising suit, and, you know, just it being a guaranteed for the first pool to get the level 1. I definitely think it's worth it. I feel like a lot of these, like, guaranteed supply drops they do, it is usually pretty good to get the first level of the suit, because a lot of them just tended to be really good. So yeah, I do have some high hopes for the Gato's Victom here, hoping it'll be a good suit when I take it into actual 350. But yeah, that's pretty much everything there is with the Gato's Victom here. Don't have too much else to say about it, so that's going to do it for this testing video here. Comment down below what you think about the Anavel Gato's Victom. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.